Welcome to your Timeless Empowerment reading. This Oracle card reading is for anyone that's drawn to this video, either by the title, a feeling, or maybe just pure curiosity. If you are here, trust that there is a message for you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Debbie Dubois. Welcome. On my channel, we explore empowerment, spirituality, and the new love relationship blueprint. I make my readings timeless because different people experience different things at different times. And if you found this video today, trust that this is the perfect time for you. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a healing card. And this is going to be the central focus for what this reading is about. You'll see that's reflected in the title later on. The card that came up is Burdens. All right, and we're going to clarify it with our focus deck. These two decks are part of a trio. This is the third deck, the Empower, and it is the Intuit Soul Expansion Trio. All right, Burdens in Partnership. So even though this is an empowerment reading, it does look like we could be talking love here. Not necessarily, but so we're going to look at burdens in partnership. And I think I'm going to use the Intuit Oracle 180. And what I was saying is that Intuit Oracle is the loose sponsor of my videos. We're using the Intuit Oracle right now. This is my business partner in my business together, Kimberly Aria, and we create decks that use keywords on cards so that anyone can read their own cards. And that's one of my motivations for this video, is to show you how easy it is to read your own cards. You don't have to know all the fancy layouts or anything else. We will move to a tabletop view so that you can see how I'm reading the cards, and it kind of gives you an idea of how you would read cards. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to focus on what do you need to know right now about burdens in relationships. What do you need to know right now about burdens in relationships? Well, that's interesting. The first card we get is the red flag, and the rings. Okay, so the red flag is a little bit about some complications. There's some problems, there's something off in your agreements, in partnerships that you've got going on. You've got soul contracts, soul agreements, and you're being told that there is a red flag there of some kind. We've also got the ship. All right. The ship is about movement. So the first thing that comes to mind is that whatever is going on right now, it is intended to move you along fast. So maybe this reading is going to give you some information that's going to help you put yourself in the proper perspective to move this thing along. Let's see what else the cards have to say. All right. What have we got for the viewer about burdens in partnership? Okay, there's two things here. We got the teacup and we got the ring of keys. These, I love it. 3 of these 5 cards are new cards to this deck. This deck has always been very large, but we've taken out a lot of bonus cards and put in more of these main object-based cards, to where there's 180 cards in this deck. My favorite deck ever. The Intuit Oracle. Oh, well, no, this is the Intuit Oracle, and then we also have the Zodiac 180. And that also has 180 cards. And if you've watched my channel, you see me use them interchangeably for my regular readings. All right, we got the lion. All right, the lion is, it's about inner strength. So there's something here. Teacup is calling for you maybe to have more you time. It maybe have more social connection, or that you might be holding back your feelings. We also got head of the pack. Yeah, so far the cards here are saying there might be an issue that you're dealing with in partnership, something that needs to be brought to your attention. However, it sounds very auspicious that you will be able to move through whatever this transition is, And I just got confirmation of that with the sun. That's the yes card. And interestingly enough, it's also the divine masculine. So the divine masculine, that seems to be the energy that is really being pushed up to be worked on, whether you're a man or a woman, or however you identify. We're talking energy here, the divine masculine. All right. And here comes the clouds. And the clouds is about doubts, something you can't see. It's unclear. So again, it's like you're getting some red flags, but you might not be in total clarity with what these red flags are in relationship. And I want to say partnership does not have to be just love relationships. This can be business partners. This can be really good friends. We have contracts and soul agreements with people here, and it does seem like there's some kind of a relationship that's giving you some issues. Got the masculine energy again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to pull one more row of cards. If you've been watching my most recent readings, I was doing empowerment and love readings in the same breath, if you will. I was also making them zodiac oriented. I've changed that up because most of the messages coming in, people were watching all the videos saying, there's a message for me here. And I realized, although I really like to focus on an energy, like it's nice to focus on a fire energy like Sagittarius. It's like, yes, that helps me focus, but I'm just finding other ways to focus, honestly. And I decided love readings have a complete different energy than empowerment. Sometimes they overlap, but if they overlap, then the empowerment reading will come out like it is on partnerships. So that's what you can expect from my channel. But I also want to pull a few more cards so that we can go a little bit more in depth into what this burden might be. All right, so wow, we got the twin flame card. So this is not necessarily, does not have to be twin flames or divine counterparts, but that's a pretty good sign that it is. We got the moon. All right, the moon is fantasy romance. It's the divine feminine. Oh my gosh, all right, I'm messing up my whole table here, trying to show you we've got divine feminine and masculine right here in this reading. And we got the dolphins. So what's the opposite of burdens is the dolphins' playful energy. So I think we're getting some of our answer here. I'm glad I decided to pull more cards on this. My intuition was just like, I just didn't feel like we had the whole story. Now we got the red herring. And the red herring is very similar to the red flag, right? It's misleading information. It's there to say, hey, look here, not there. It's purposeful distraction. Yeah, this is an interesting set of cards. One just popped up. All right, let's see. The chandelier. Chandelier is very auspicious energy. Wow, we've got a table full of cards here to read. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and switch to the overhead view so that we can read these cards together. All right. So the overall energies as I look at the table is full of a lot of really good auspicious cards. Number one, just notice what's in the middle, the sun, which is a yes card. That is telling me that you're going to have victory over the situation. And I can't help but say, and I'm going to tell you that even though this is timeless, it is being recorded with the energies of what I'm calling the Venus retrograde gauntlet in March. And the energy that it is bringing is very transformative. So it is going to take things and push them up for you so that you can deal with whatever burdens you're dealing with. And this would be one in partnership. Okay, so this reading has a message for you, and we're going to take a closer look at what this is. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is whether your person or even someone coming in, this isn't necessarily, doesn't have to be a man. It can be a woman. It depends on who you're involved with in terms of friendships or business partnerships. this represents that person to me. All right. This is the person that you are focusing on in partnership with. And this card, oh my gosh, I'm chilling on this. This card indicates you're having some doubts about this person. More than likely. And doubts are, it doesn't have to be doubts of whether you're friends. It doesn't mean it have to be doubts about whether your partnership is solid. It doesn't need to be doubts that this person isn't your person. It just means you've got some issues coming up around partnership. And you may have noticed some red flags lately. These are things that trigger you. This is something that says, hey, something's not quite right here. There is something in this relationship that really needs to be looked at. There's something that I feel like we agreed to, or that we decided between us that we were going to accomplish, and nothing's happening, or something's not happening the way it should. And I want to say that this period of time is pushing up. And it doesn't matter when you're receiving this video, the energies of this gauntlet are here. But what it's doing is it's pushing things up so that you can really make rapid movement. All right. It is, I see the Ring of Keys over here. And during this period of time, you're going to be given many opportunities to hidden knowledge. You're going to be able to access some of the things that, have been sitting there, maybe deeply buried. I want to say that the energies are elevating so much right now that we're seeing clarity where we used to not be able to see, right? All of a sudden, things that were hard to grasp, things that were hard, they were beyond view. There are problems and thoughts and confusions and misunderstandings that we've been having that all of a sudden we're getting access to. And I do believe that this is an up leveling in consciousness that we're going through. It's a portal. I call it a gauntlet because it can nick you in the butt really fast if you haven't worked on a particular area. But it also is really designed to push us through to a higher perspective, right? So the Ring of Keys is basically saying, whatever's going on here, I see change of heart. Whatever is bothering you, whatever is nagging at you or triggering you in small ways, you're getting the opportunity to have a change of heart by figuring out what it is. Now, the teacup is saying, maybe in this issue, where whatever these red flags are, whatever these doubts have been, and the burden that you're feeling from it, because that's the bottom line. The card here is burden. So it's not that you're angry. It's not that you're, triggered and all that kind of stuff. It is the burden you're feeling from not being able to resolve something that's weighing on you. So whatever this stuff is, it's weighing on you. And, the teacup says basically a lot of different things, but it is meant as a calming energy. It is comfort. It is you doing whatever rituals you need to do in order to get in touch with whatever's happening here. It's the you time that you need for reflection. The other thing is contains one's emotions is on this cup. It may be that the burden that you're feeling is that you've been containing your emotions about the situation. And trust me, it's going to get pushed up and you're not going to be able to contain those emotions, because that's what's happening during this energy that we've got going on while this reading is taking place, regardless of when you see the video. So we've got the Lion card here. I want to say that most of the cards on here are encouragement. They're encouragement for you to say, yes, there are going to be issues that come up, but you have the inner strength to push through it, right? As long as you pull out your dedication and your devotion, pull out your courage, walk through this. This is your inner confidence. This is your self-esteem. Fall on these strengths to push you through, and don't give in to the burden, the feeling of burden. I just want to say, set down that big basket. That's what I want to say. Set down that basket. It's not necessary. You have the Lion here. You've been working so hard on this, is what I'm getting. You've been working. Oh, okay. Emotions coming in. you've been working so hard. Someone here is really feeling it. Like, I've worked super hard for this, and why is this happening to me? Why am I feeling this pressure? Well, this, what this is about, is this is you getting it done. This is you being persistent so that you can finish first. Wow. Right in the center, we've got the yes energy. This message here today is to tell you, you can do it. You have the power of the dogs in this sled that are literally just pulling you through to a place where you will feel that you're finally finishing first on something that you've had some doubts about or some issues on. Now, I'm chilling on this. The twin flame card comes up because this could be very serious, a very serious connection, soulmate connection, high level soulmate, or a twin flame. It could be a twin flame situation. This is a very deep soul connection. That's why it feels like a burden to you. So maybe this is an extremely important family member to you. Maybe this is your best friend. Maybe this is, a coworker that you've worked with for a long time that you're finding friction with. Whatever it is, this is a deep soul connection, which is why the red flags bring you this feeling of instability. If this was just anyone, if this was just a person, that you're not really that close to or stuff, that could, be a whole different ball of wax. But we are dealing with that. The moon is talking about, like, there's some subconscious patterns here that might be coming up. They might be coming up to be to get recognition, to be seen. Your intuition is tuning into stuff. Your divine feminine energy is feeling into what is most likely a masculine energy. This is a feminine masculine energy, whether it's, it doesn't matter gender. It just means that, there's polarity, and polarity in feminine and masculine is often what causes all the problems and all the issues. Is that's the ultimate polarization. And what the burden is when you're feeling the full polarization, then, your job is to bring it back to center, to balance it, and to bring in all the qualities of the lion within you. And then I want to say, let's bring in the energy of the dolphins. This is your goal. I mean, you want to become in tune with this person. You want effective communications between you. You want to be playful again. You want to be in a humorous, fun-loving state of joy, harmony, and especially be able to connect uh, in a more playful, harmonious, peaceful way with this person. So it's kind of like, that's why this has been such a burden. But this is the ultimate destination. Now, I want to say that the red herring might be describing why there's some issues here. And I'm just tuning into the energy of this card. You've got misleading information on here that tells me that maybe there is a disconnect between, like, what both of you are thinking. Like, maybe one person is coming from a different perspective. It could be that you're having interference right now. Is a very, I want to say, it's a time when energies that are trying to, it's the war for the mind is what I'm getting. So there is possibilities that you're getting information that is false about the situation. You might be being distracted. That whole thing, look here, not there, like being misguided. And so, just become aware that maybe some of the information you're getting about this situation, maybe someone's told you something, maybe you've read something that they've written to you, and maybe there is something inside of you that is interpreting it in a way other than it was intended. And that literally can be influence, outside influence. It could be someone telling you, oh, I see what that message sounded like, da, da, da. It could be a literal person talking to you, or it can just be, the little demons we got inside of us that like to play with our monkey minds. But whatever it is, it's created some doubt, it's created some confusion. But the chandelier promises enlightenment and illumination. So if you are willing to go into that energy of receptiveness, is what I'm getting. Go in, it's like this. Here you go. Here's the teacup. If you go into the energy of teacup, which means to contain your emotions, that's really hard to do, especially the energy that you're getting in this reading is being influenced by planets spinning in and out of Mars. So Mars is going to be that energy of war and ego. So your automatic response is going to be, oh my God, I've got to have my say. Even if you're a person that doesn't typically say how they feel, you may find yourself really having to contain your emotions. But I want to say that's really a good thing, to try to not contain your emotions, but when you feel the emotions, go take some you time to reflect, because you've got the energy of enlightenment, illumination, all the positive. This is all really positive energy about celebration, romance, refinement. The crystal chandelier, it almost has this, I want to say it's the physical object that could go right along with the Leo lion, right? This is the Leo energy in both. You want to go back to that where you are the master of your own domain. You're the creator of your own reality. And I do think that if you can really take the time to go in and reflect, take this you time, right? Go in and take this you time, that cup of tea, take that reflection time. Open yourself up to the truth of the situation. I feel that, gosh, with the combination of all of these cards, you got just so many auspicious cards here. You're going to be going places. You're going to go through this fast. And I think that this reading is really just a message to bring something to your awareness that you might be pushing down, or you might be blowing up. You could be making this bigger than it is. Red flags can be really, really big and ominous. They can be waving in your face, and you can be getting a lot of anxiousness and anxiety over it. And that's where the burden comes from. Oh my God, I've got this big issue that's sitting here. And this reading is offering you the message that it doesn't have to be that hard, doesn't have to be that difficult. You have worked so hard on yourself. You have worked so hard on issues dealing with other people. You've come into your own power. This is that energy that I'm picking up so strongly about the lion. You have already done so much work. So whatever's pushing down on you, kind of like look at it and say, I'm not going to give you as much of my energy and fear. I'm going to set down this big basket, and I'm going to fall into the energy of all the work that I've done. And I'm going to trust that this period of time is to move you past this quickly, with playfulness, right? With this powerful, powerful energy of the sun. Success. Look at this. Both cards, success. So this message is coming to you to tell you, take it easy, take a breath, relax. The universe has got you. And you're going to get through this easily. Anything that you're struggling with, anything that is making this journey more difficult, is just you resisting the universe pushing you through this awakening to this particular issue. I am now going to pull an Empower card. Let's just see what your higher self has to say. We're going to wrap up this reading with an Empower card. What does Empowerment card deck have to say? Oh, interesting. If someone doesn't respect you, it's okay to walk away. Well, that may be one of those cases that you're in right now. You might be in a situation where this partnership burden is you're feeling not respected, or you're feeling not seen, or you're feeling that you're unfairly attacked, or you're feeling whatever it is that you're feeling. This card is saying it's okay to walk away contain your emotion. You can explore your emotion around the situation, but you can go do that on your own. You can walk away, you can go have your feelings, you can go reflect upon the situation. And once you've gotten your solid ground again, then, my friend, you are in a much better position to come back to the table. And a lot of times you're going to find that whatever it was, it simply melted away. So I think I'm going to leave that reading right there. Wow, what a powerful and very, very specific message. And the timing could not be more perfect for the energies that are swirling around, especially at the time that this video was recorded during this Venus retrograde gauntlet. And the energy of this is going to ripple out for a long time. So if you do find this video after that 6-week period of time, still probably the same message, just different time for different people, right? Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I love reading cards for you. If you like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend that you think could really use this message right now. And I have some videos linked below that you might be interested in. I just did a really powerful energy report that I think will be extremely helpful for you. That is also really timeless. There are certain circumstances that are going on right now, but like I said, everyone goes through different things at different times. And let's be there to help support those who are going through it. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, anyways, until next time, when I look forward to reading for you again, see you later. Take care. Bye.